Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here guys, I'm Paul and I run a small 3D business, 3D printing business here in the UK. And before I go any further guys, and I know I said it in the last video, but I do want to give a big thanks to all you that have actually liked or shared the videos. I much appreciate it and the comments have been absolutely fantastic. Now I previously did have a gaming channel and I'll be honest with you, these learning channels obviously do a lot better than gaming channels because we all want to learn, we all want to learn from each other and each other's mistakes, and I think that's part of the reason of it. But yeah, just want to say thank you very much because this channel's grown a lot quicker than I thought it ever would do. Bear in mind, prior to this video, which I think is video 3 minus the 2 shorts, I don't think I put anything on the channel for over a year. So in the last video, guys, I mentioned that I'd started learning Fusion 360. Now, prior to me mentioning that, I was talking about the different laws in selling abroad and in the EU. And then I went on to say that I'd started using Fusion 360 and I said it was free. But I didn't go into too much detail because I was just letting you know that I'd started using it. As I previously mentioned, I started using Tinkercad. Now, someone's actually mentioned in the comments that I need to read the actual agreement in regards to the free license. And I wasn't trying to sell Fusion 360, guys. I was just merely sitting down and using it. And I'm sure you guys would all check the agreements before you sign up to anything anyway. But it is free, but it is limited to what you can do and can't do with it. But before you do sign up, guys, you might want to check that out. I just want to get that out of the way there. I'm not trying to trip anybody up, and that wasn't in my intention. It was me just letting you know that I've started using it. There is a free version, and it's limited to a certain amount of designs. But I think there's a bit of a thing in there where you can sell the prints that you make. You just can't sell the files. But like I say, please check any software and any licenses that I may have mentioned through any of these videos, because I don't want you guys falling into a trap that I might have missed myself, because that would come down to me, and that's the last thing I want. Now, since you've been here, guys, you may notice that behind me is slightly changed. Now, I used to have this racking over here with the printers on, and what I've done is I've moved it over here, and I'll show you the better angle of this in a moment, because I've actually got another 3D printer on the way. But I'm not going to tell you which one it is, because it's not the one I was expecting to get. So I've put these 3 here for the time being. You might not be able to see the one in the back there. And the next one will just sit here, and it'll be more than enough. And then I've actually set up the racking area more of like a packing, because it's at the right height. And actually here, we've got the packaging under here, and I'm filling this to that there. And I've got another workstation to my left if I need it. Now, before I go any further, guys, one thing I've noticed through the comments is there's a lot of lucky people out there that have received maybe their first 3D printer for Christmas, or maybe their second. All I would say, guys, is you might be on YouTube and you're seeing these guys making money selling prints and what have you. If it's your first 3D printer, don't think you're buying it to make money. Think of it as a new hobby. Enjoy the process, because 3D printers are absolutely fantastic. There's a lot you can do with them, and there's a lot to learn. And I wouldn't like someone who's just got the first 3D printer to start printing and start selling online straight away. Because one, the fun will soon run out, because you'll be thinking you're doing it for other people and not enjoying it for yourself. But not only that, if you've only got the one 3D printer and you're printing on demand for customers to purchase, and that printer goes down, if you don't know how to fix it, you're then going to end up with issues. One, you're going to have to start giving refunds or contacting customers explaining that deliveries are going to be late. So learn the process, enjoy the process, learn different softwares. Most printers will work with a number of different softwares, not necessarily the one that it came with. So there's Cura, there's Process Slicer, there's Orca Slicer, there's Bamboo Studio, and a lot of them now work with almost every machine on the market, especially the more up-to-date ones. So tinker with it, have a mess about with it, enjoy the process, build some mods for your printer, depending on what printer you've got, and overall, just enjoy it. What I will be doing, guys, in some future videos, I'll be going over in regards to advertising when you do come to selling your own prints online, and what not to do and when to do it, and so on and so forth. And I'll also show you my tracking process as to how I actually track all my orders, my deliveries, and I don't use any software. I do, but it's one free software, and it's Google Sheets. It's free, everyone's got access to it, and you can even run it on your mobile phone. it might be a little bit tricky to read it on your mobile phone, but you can run it on your mobile phone. And I've recently been going through my expenses and sales from last year. Still can't get my head around that just yet. And there was one area that I knew I'd failed on, but I kept it going to see if it would make a big difference. And that was postage. Now, when it comes to postage, I was only charging the customers half the price for the postage because I wanted them to feel like they weren't having to pay the full amount and they were getting a benefit from it. I was running sales through the Christmas period as well, but I wasn't charging full postage. Now, when I've actually gone through my sales and expenses for the year, if I'd have charged for postage and packaging for the year, I would have probably made myself around about another £500 to £600 extra in my pocket. So don't undercut yourselves, guys. Everyone out there is doing the same thing, and they always say try and hide the postage in the price of the item you're selling, and it doesn't always work. Because let's face it, if I was selling you a keyring like that for a couple of pounds and I put it up to £6, would you buy it? Probably not. That's just a quick example. And again, when it comes to postage companies, ship around. Some of them give you better prices. Some of them you'll find won't do any sort of letters or large letters. For instance, in the UK, the two biggest companies that I can think of, Royal Mail and Every. Every don't do letters. So if you send anything through Every, it would go as a small parcel. But at the same time, what Royal Mail price as a large letter, Every will still put it through regardless, even if you put it down as a large letter, as a package, and you'll get the package price. Now, I've had my ups and downs when it comes to postage. I'm not going to say with which company, because I'm not here to slag companies off. End of the day, we're all trying to make money, and these companies are huge, and they don't just do the UK, they do all around the world. But I find that a lot of my smaller packages have gone missing, or they're delayed, or they're late. So when you do start getting into the process of shipping with different companies, be sure that you know what their refund policy is in case you had to put any sort of claim in. I do apologise, guys. I've just got a sale come through on my phone there. You'll probably notice, guys, I'm actually using a different setup. I'm actually using my phone this time. I've sent that swiddly thing that I was using in the first video back. I won't be using it moving forward. So where was I? Yeah, a lot of parcels were going missing, and it's not necessarily the company you're thinking of. That's all I'm going to say. On another note, guys, before I started selling full-time on eBay and Etsy and creating websites and so on, and actually taking it on as a business, one of my first customers was actually in South Africa. And I was a bit shocked that it was in South Africa. Of all the places in the world, one of my first sales was South Africa. And I sent the parcel off, and about 2 or 3 weeks later, they turned out to me and said, I never received my parcel. I'll be honest with you, I've sold on multiple platforms in the years, and I honestly thought it was maybe a bit of a scam. They've received it, but they're not going to tell me, and they just want the refund. But nevertheless, I took the customer at their word, and I gave them a full refund and apologised. And then, I'm going to make sure I hide this. This turned up on Friday. So I'm not too sure what that date was. Today is the 6th of January. So this turned up on Friday. So it's Monday today. This turned up, 4 days ago now. And I wasn't expecting any deliveries. And this was that package that I sent to South Africa. It's that old, I didn't even have a spreadsheet back then. The scary thing is, guys, I'm hoping I can get this zoomed in. That's the date it was sent out. The 4th of March, 2023. So somehow, this has been kicking around in a warehouse, and it's finally arrived. To be honest with you guys, I'm not even too sure what's in it, because I've made a point of not opening it until I did this video. One thing I can guarantee is it's probably broke, whatever it is. So yeah, just this video, guys. It's just a short one, and it's just to let you know, I appreciate all the support you have given me so far. I have set up a Facebook page and a group, which I'll put the link in below at some point, and hopefully we can get the channel going and you can start showing off your prints as well. It is a good way to learn and learn from others, especially if you're just getting into the 3D printing. And like I say, a lot of years have been lucky enough to get another printer or your first printer for Christmas, and enjoy it. Print daft things off that you want to print off just for the sake of printing them. But enjoy the process, tinker with it, learn. Print daft little things off that you don't even need. Print things off that you would never buy in a million years just to see how they work. Because it is brilliant to see that something on a little roll, that something like this, turns into something you've either designed or downloaded. And it's the same thing that years ago I used to make my own wine. So seeing the grape go from a grape to a bottle of wine and think, I made that. It's the same type of excitement you get when you first print your first model. So just enjoy the process. You're going to come across issues, but hopefully if you join the Facebook group, guys, we can all have a good natter and we can all have a show of our designs and our processes. I'm not too sure I've got anything else to say that on this particular one, guys, but what I will be doing is when the new printer turns up, I will be doing an unboxing because it's a printer I've never had, and it'll be interesting to see what the first print looks like on it. I could go and look on YouTube, but look at others because I know for a fact there's other ones out there. But it's here to learn. I'm here to learn. We'll all learn together, and I'm sure you have done something that I haven't, and vice versa. So I'll be learning from you in the comments. If there's anything in particular, guys, that you'd like to see on the channel that I haven't mentioned just yet, then let me know. I have been contacted already by a young lady who asked me that when I come to build my website in WordPress, will I be recording it and showing you how I go about doing that particular process? And that is something that I will do. So I'll show you about the e-commerce side of things and how to set up your different profiles for international deliveries and so on. So that is one thing I will be doing. And but the one thing I won't be going into too much is the SEO side of things. That's the search engine optimization. But I'll go through everything with you. If there's anything else you'd like to know, guys, by all means, get in touch. And I'll show you a little spin round now of what this room looks like before I leave. Because it's a big difference. And the reason why I did it, it was to make it help it flow a little bit better. When I had the printers here on the racking, all I did is just dump a lot of stuff on the top. Things are never getting put away. At least this way, it's a little bit tidier. And at this bench, at this height, with all my gear on here, I can do it without getting a bad back. I'm not getting any younger, and the last thing I want to do is hurt my back just from packing a couple of the boxes. But look forward to your comments below, guys. Like I say, if you've got any comments or you've got anything you want to see, let me know, and I'll drop the link in also to the new Facebook page. On that note, guys, take care, and I'll see you on the one. Ciao for now.